The deep sea is one of few places on Earth that is relatively unexplored. Though the waves are familiar, a mile underneath their surface no light penetrates. It's very cold, and the pressure is enough to crush a human body. The plates of the Earth shift and move, creating one of the most active volcanoes in the world, known as Axial Seamount. With funding from the National Science Foundation, scientists and crew travel 400 miles off the coast of Oregon on the research vessel Roger Revelle, all part of the work of exploring a deep sea volcano. The crew of the ship works day and night in concert with the vessel, perfectly calibrating the various onboard machines and interfaces to ensure a smooth voyage. The machine room is like a small city, the loudest, hottest place on the ship. Here, an apocalyptic series of rooms vibrates and whirs to provide 4,400 gallons of fuel to the ship every day it is in transit. The engineers are vigilant. Their constant work is punctuated by alarms that add to the noise and create a sense of urgency. They also must keep a watchful eye on sewage and desalination systems that store and create vital water to keep everyone on the ship alive. Finally, the ship has reached its destination. The captain sets the onboard system to communicate with satellites that act like a virtual anchor, keeping the ship steadily positioned over axial. The crew and scientists go about readying complex equipment, which has been carefully engineered and tested to be sent overboard and carried down to the extremely high-pressure environment. They have a great advantage, a team of specially trained pilots who will control the deep-sea remotely operated vehicle, or ROV, also known as Jason. The team operates out of a dark room without any windows, but with a great many screens that display a fantastical scene. Pilots work through the eyes of the robot, video cameras that simultaneously see and record. Jason has great pinchers called manipulators that can be exchanged with a variety of tools to simulate human-like dexterity on a large scale. The manipulators can be used to install and collect sensors and provide a crucial physical connection to the data network. Here, Jason maintains the connection between a water sampler and the network. The robot will then transport the material samples up to the ship. This instrument is one of many that tap into the vast undersea cyber infrastructure built by the scientists to better understand this mysterious landscape. The network transmits real-time data and high-definition imagery to shore via many miles of fiber optic cable, accessible to anyone with an internet connection. It is thought that the wealth of information in constant flow to shore will contribute to our understanding of volcanoes, tectonic plates, and earthquake prediction, and could answer some of the oldest questions about the origin of life in our oceans. Once the water sampler is brought on deck, the scientists work as a team to quickly collect and archive the information. Space on the deck is valuable, and they must make room for even larger and more complex instruments to be brought up from the depths. Here's the resident marine technician, or ResTech, preparing the ship to launch Jason. The ResTech works with scientists to develop a detailed plan for shipboard operations. These plans then become choreography that's essential to safely maneuvering complex instruments that come in a variety of unusual shapes and sizes. The crew is highly trained and experienced. Here we see calm seas, but even in a tempest, the calm of the crew stays consistent.
How much do I love you?
Out here, the sky meets the sea. There's no land to be seen, and only the smell of salt in the ship. There can be stretches of days without any sightings of plants or animals. When some appear, scientists and crew alike rush to the deck with a sense of awe and relief.
How many times a day do I
After the many time-sensitive activities of research, in all kinds of weather and times of day, the captain and a scientist are able to take stock on the deck of the ship. There is a heightened sense of danger at night. Dark, cold water seems closer than in the day. This has the effect of making the ship feel like a giant cabin in a snowy landscape. There is still work to be done, but also a few moments for quiet reflection. There is nothing like the work of exploring the farthest reaches of the sea.